Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xiaoke Deng, and I am a Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xiaoke Deng, and I am a student at the School of Information Science and Energy in Shandong Normal University. It is my great pleasure to be here today to share my research with you. The title of my paper is Forecasting Students' Employment Rate under the OBE model. I will represent my paper in 6 areas. The first one is my introduction. Determining technicals is an emerging area of research applied to educational background. EDM uses various amounts of data obtained from educational institutions, such as student data and behavioral records, to uncover valuable information to help teachers better and use it to improve teaching and learning environments. In today's era of knowledge economy, students are a key factor in the socio-economic growth of any country. So, maintaining their performance is vital. The development of EDM has driven the development of traditional education. Analyzing data related to student performance not only meets the diverse and growing needs of teachers and learners, but also plays an important role in driving innovation in education. OBE is a new model of education based on learning outputs that processes the process of instructional design and delivery. He aims at the highest level of competences that students can achieve through a certain stage of learning, in particular knowledge, skills, and values, which means that learning is best achieved by first identifying what needs to be achieved. Exciting machine learning methods are widely used to predict student performance and show good performance, but are rarely integrated with educational reality. In this paper, first of all, feature segregation is used to reduce the number of variables in the input model, and then design tree artificial neural network and support vector machines in the machine learning algorithm are used to predict the employment rate of students. Finally, according to the prediction results and the actual education, teaching arrangements are reasonably planned. The experimental results shows that the combination of feature selection and AI model can improve the accuracy of prediction, and on this basis, the combination of OBE model can greatly improve students' achievements and employment rate. Each of the basic subjects offered by the school has a corresponding competencies that students are required to master, which is important for the promotion of original innovation and also affects their future employment rate. Table 1 shows the competencies that students are required to master for basic courses of formulate a better state. The data state selected for this study was the grades and employment of 3 classes of computer application in a school in all subjects over 3 years, together with the behavioral characteristics, parental practice, demographic characteristics, and other factors obtained through questionnaire. Table 2 describes the dataset used in this article. In this paper, the regression clustering difference method is adopted to speculate the median value of the existing data with the regression method and then cluster data set after finding the median value for the data in the same cluster. The regression method is applied again to calculate the median value for filling. Since the clustering attribute is taken into account, the method allows for more accurate estimation of median value in the dataset compared to other methods. To fill the median value, feature transformation is required, which is an important part of data pre-processing. Data transformation is used to transform the data into a form that meets the requirements of the algorithm. The basic methods include feature construction, standardization, decoration, and so on. Decoration is adopted in this paper, which decorates some numerical data into standard attributes before in order to map different features to the same scale. This paper reduces some attribute data in proportion and puts the data in a small area. After standardization, individual features of the original data are converted to the same quantitative level, allowing for comprehensive measurement and analysis. Using other factors as input variables of the model will affect the predictive performance of the model. Therefore, this picture says the most important factors affecting employment rate through correlation analysis and the correlation coefficient formula 1. Figure 1 shows the factors that affect the employment rate of computer application students. Figure 2 shows that in addition to the strong correlation between each factor and itself, the path factor has a strong correlation with CPS and Weber courses, but has little correlation with correlated factors and Chinese. In this picture, CPS, Web, and Willingness are selected as the relevant factors of the model prediction. The third is my prediction model. The DT model is constructed using a top-down graded algorithm resulting in a recursive construction at each internal node. The best test attribute is selected to clarify the training sample tree. A tree is a tree diagram where the nodes indicate where we selected attributes and ask questions. The edges indicate the answers to the questions, and the leaves indicate the actual class levels. Generally, it involves 3 basic steps: feature selection, design tree generation, and design tree pruning. This model structure is shown in Figure 3. The ANN is an algorithm model used for processing complex information. It can form a knowledge input-output mapping relationship through sample training learning without knowing the equation used to describe the mapping or functional relationship between the input and output. This model structure is shown in Figure 4. The SVM is used to predict multivariate classification and regression models. Each data item is drawn in n-dimensional space, and the kernel is used to non-linearly represent the training information into higher dimensional feature space in an attempt to find a hyperplace to separate classes, while many classification errors and mixed meaning edges this model structure is shown in Figure 5. The fourth is my OBE model. This study verifies that 3 machine learning algorithms can be used to predict the future employment rate of students besides on exciting educational data from institutions. In order to improve the employment rate of students, we introduce the OBE model and replan the teaching in the following way. The traditional teaching and learning model only use classroom time, which is proved to be far from enough in practice, while the OBE concept advocates a blended teaching model. Before class, students can preview the courses content through online platforms such as Ring class. After class, they can practice and complete their homework through the platform to achieve the purpose of consolidating knowledge and testing knowledge mastery. Teachers can monitor and analyze students' learning process, track students' learning records, and answer questions online with the help of the platform's data such as student access statistics and average scores in homework exams. The OBE model changes the traditional teaching method based on teachers and supplemented by students into one based on students' independent inquiry and supplemented by teachers' guidance, giving full play to students' main role and improving students' ability of self-inquiry. The evolution form based on OBE concept emphasizes multi-dimensional and continuous process evolution, which reduces the pressure of teachers' teaching management and motivates students to learn. The procedural evolution exams mainly include attendance per online learning hours, homework, classroom performance, experiments, units, tests, and grades, which are mainly represented in Figure 6. From Figure 7, KN shows a better prediction effect in predicting students' achievement because the neural network has a hidden layer structure and the weight parameters can be dynamically adjusted, which is more suitable for employing the potential relationship between certain courses and employment rate. Therefore, the KN model can be used to better predict the employment outcomes of students, which can provide teachers with a reference for improving the educational model and facilitating students' learning, thus efficiently improving the achievement of talented cultivation goals. In order to assess the teaching effectiveness after the implementation of OBE teaching model and to assess the feasibility of the model from students' prospective teaching, conducted a questionnaire survey on students after the end of each year's course. Some of the topics of questionnaire survey are shown in Table 3. Students have a high degree of recognition that the courses in terms of stimulating interest in learning, online learning resource, mastering knowledge, and helping to improve learning skills. From the survey, it can be clearly felt that the OBE model is favorite and recognized by students. From it shows that the overall distribution of students' grades is reasonable, with the number of students scoring greater than 90 increasing and the number of students scoring less than 60 decreasing year by year, while the employment rate has increased significantly, thus indicating that this educational model has good teaching and learning efforts. The last one is my conclusion. This paper collects the data set of computer application measure of a school. Firstly, we selected the characteristics of factors affecting the employment rate of students through correlation analysis. Then we practiced the rate of students through DT, AN, and SVM. The results shows that the combination of feature selection and AN can significantly improve the prediction performance. Finally, we infiltrate the reverse instructional design based on the OBE model in the computer application major of schools. Through comparison, it is found that the employment rate and the performance of the class after implementation of the OBE model are significantly improved. In the future, it is hoped that the combination of machine learning algorithms and the OBE model will improve the quality of teaching and learning in the respective professions, taking into account the country's economic situation and the labor market trends, and further increase the employment of the students. That's all. Thank you.